Hello everyone, thank you for joining us wherever you are. I'm Gulo from Jadi PNS will be the host. Now we are with Diana-Lita Hinestrosa Eraul, an education and sports advocate from Equatorial Guinea. Hello Diana, how are you?
Hi, Gulo. I'm fine. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much Diana for joining us and we are really excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. And I want to say selamat siang, hello to all our Indonesian audience there.
Muchas gracias Diana.
No problem.
Diana, could you please give us a little bit of your background?
Sure. I am Diana Hinestrosa. I am 25 years old. I graduated in economics, although now I'm pursuing psychology, and I would like to be a neuropsychologist in the future. I live in Equatorial Guinea, which is a tiny country, but very beautiful and has so much to offer. And as you said previously, I am a huge advocate for education and sports in my society.
Thank you so much. When people hear about Equatorial Guinea, what would you like to tell us more about your country?
Sure. Equatorial Guinea is in the center of Africa. We're very limited. We're not more than 28,000 kilometers square, but we have so much to offer. You know, we have a rich culture. We're the only Spanish speaking country in the whole Africa.
Wow.
And we have a very, very good, amazing tropical climate that will invite you guys to come and visit us.
Wow, thank you, Diana. And Diana, what inspired you to take on the cause of education and sports for young people in Equatorial Guinea?
Well, I saw what education and sports have done into my life. I usually, well, growing up, I haven't been having the best habits. I was overweight for most of my childhood. And it was really because of lack of good habits that I needed to incorporate. And so I try out sports. I started paddle, tennis, and that has showed up into my strength. I became a stronger person, a fitter person, and that shaped a little bit also my self confidence. And I guess because of the impact that sports had into my life, I already was on a mission. You know what? I have to spread out this message. I have to show kids what sports can do into their lives and how amazing it can feel to just go there. And it also has this aspect of competition. A lot of kids love to compete in that sense. And so whether it's basketball, whether it's tennis, whether it's soccer, that can inspire so much in them and give back to our society too, because people want to watch sports, at the end of the day. And so it's just benefits when you think about it.
Yes, that's amazing. As Miss Universe Equatorial Guinea 2023, you have a platform to make positive impact.
Yeah.
How have you been working to promote education and sport among the youth in your country?
Well, with a great platform comes a great responsibility. First of all, now you have sponsors, right? So now you have these little things that can take your message into a broader spectrum. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not changing my focus. I'm not changing what I'm doing. I'm just doing it on a bigger scale. I can reach out to more people because of the funds and all the people that believe in this organization. So now I'm backed up to spread out this message and to spread out this inspiration for our generation and all the contributions that I can do from these platforms. It's not anything different. It's just a larger spectrum.
Perfect. And then you founded Projecto Futuro. What is it?
Proyecto Futuro, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, Proyecto Futuro is a platform that knows about the benefits of incorporating education and strengthening it into younger generations. And we're taking up stage on every action, whether it's little or bigger. We're taking up on that stage to go out there in the schools where the young people are and showing them the benefits of what education can do into your life. As sports, education has been a huge part of my life, into helping me with these skills that are not helping me even into Miss Universe competition, you know. And I just want to give back everything that has helped me, and through Proyecto Futuro I can do that. That's the main goal of it.
All right, thank you. In your opinion, what challenges do young people in Equatorial Guinea face when it comes to accessing quality education and sport opportunities? And how do you think that the best possible solutions to solve it?
Yeah. I think the main problem with younger generations is the lack of orientation, because you can have all things available for you, but if you don't have that desire or that will to giving up yourself to these tools that are available for you, then nothing will be done. And so that's where we come from at Proyecto Futuro. We're trying to lead on these generations into seeing those benefits and connecting them into the tools that they can use to progress in their academic pathways. One example is I go to schools and I speak to these young kids and I ask them, what are your projections for later on in life? And then I'm also talking to embassies and members of the government, so we can see what are the opportunities for these young kids. Is there a child that wants to broaden his horizons in terms of languages? Okay, what are the options available? Are there sponsorships? Are there scholarships? How can we connect those two? You know, the child that needs education and the tool available are at an embassy or at the government that he can use. We are the main point of contact for these two. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. And Diana, could you share a memorable moment from your work as an advocate for education and sport that has had a significant impact on the young people in your country?
Well, we're relatively young as an organization, so we're just starting, but I think every moment is impactful. I think to every child that we talk to, whenever they have this incitement, whenever they see the potential of what of the message that we spread, that's already impactful for me. No, it doesn't have to be the biggest, it doesn't have to be the biggest show or the biggest, how can I say this? What I want to say is that it doesn't matter how small it is as an impact. It could be one person. And I believe that from now to maybe 5 years, 10 years, will touch so many lives. But whenever a child says, okay, now I am focused on what I can offer to society through education, that's already a big impact for me.
Thank you, Diana. And what are your future plans and goals for furthering for your advocacy in education and sports, both during your reign as Miss Universe and beyond?
Well, now that I have this title that I'm so proud of, I have a bigger platform. You know, I have, as I mentioned it, we have sponsors and we have now people that are listening, that are watching to us. And so I think that my contribution does not have to change. Now I'm exposed to a larger audience, right? So I can reach out to more people. At the end of the day, it's the same message. It's just spread out to a bigger and bigger platform and more impactful way. My projection and goal, ultimate goal for Proyecto Futuro, is to become the first orientation center for schools in this nation. We want to be, you know, counselors, for instance, in the United States. We don't have that yet, but it doesn't mean that we cannot have it. And that's my goal for it. Become the first agency of counseling for schools.
Thanks, Diana. We have talked about education and sport. Now we are going to deeply explore about the culture in Equatorial Guinea. So Equatorial Guinea is known for its rich cultural heritage. How do you think cultural education can play a role in empowering the young people and preserving the traditions of your country?
We're main in this era of globalization and exchanging cultures. And if we don't keep in mind our culture, we're gonna lose it because we're so small, like I said. And so things are changing and we need to stay here. And so one of the main advocacies for us too at the Miss Universe Equatorial Guinea organization is to show the culture to our younger generations. You know, if we don't do it, who else will do it? And it's very important that they grow knowing who they are, where they come from. Me myself, you know, now that I'm grown up, I saw culture as dances and the languages that we have here. But it's not only that. You can connect to your culture in so many ways. And I would like to show the younger generations how they can do that. You know, just by being part of this country, you can be part of the culture. You can change it your ways, and you can find the point of connection between your culture and yourself and create a new different shape and aspect of it and share it to the rest of the world. And we want to, I think the best way of doing it is to show, as Miss Universe, of course, showing what I love the most about my culture and how other people can find these points of connection to with the culture. That's the best way of spreading this message, I think.
That's amazing. And your role as tourism ambassador is crucial for promoting your nation. What unique attractions or experiences would you recommend to tourists interested in visiting Equatorial Guinea?
Gulo, we have so much attractions. We have so much attractions. If you go into my Instagram account, you can see all of the pictures that I have around the main island. And that's one of the goals now, you know, as Miss Universe, everybody's watching me. And I want to show out the beauty of this country. We have Pico Basile, which is the highest point of our isle. And from there, you can see the whole city and the ambience is so different. For instance, I already told you we have the tropical weather mainly in our isle, but when you go there, you are freezing. I've never seen such a beautiful thing. And to have these two temperatures in the same island, I think it's a blessing. I think it's a blessing, and ever who wouldn't be amazed by it? That's one of the things. And then we also have the amazing beaches of Corisco, where I am from. It's amazing. The sand is the whitest, the water is the clearest. It's a world of wonder. And I would like to you'll see it on Instagram. For everybody watching here also, Diana-Lita Hinestrosa, come and see us. You won't regret it.
Thank you so much. We've talked about sports and then tourism. Diana, how do you believe tourism and sports can complement each other in fostering economic development and cultural exchange in Equatorial Guinea?
Well, for many countries, even like the biggest potencies, like the US, for example, they use their sports. They direct it in such a way that it brings so many people. A lot of people here from my country know about NBA and the Lakers and Chicago Nets. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but they use it into their advantage. And so my message is to analyze what are our main things that we can sell to the world so that they be interested in us. And here we have a lot of potential with, for instance, hiking, because we have such a beautiful, there is, for example, this in Miefang, right? That's a state in our country. You have such a beautiful, how can I say it? A beautiful way of a walking path, really. And we can use it to hike, for instance, and we can create competitions out of it. And my message is just analyze what are our strengths and how can we incorporate them in the market. sell them to tourists and attract more people, because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do as a country. That would definitely benefit our market.
Thank you, Diana. And lastly, many young people aspire to create positive change in their communities, but may face challenges or doubts. What advice do you have for young people who want to make a difference?
I think the best way to make a difference is to know what you have to offer. And everybody that is willing to make an impact should know themselves, should assess, what am I good in? What can I offer? And then analyze, how can I bring this to a bigger scene, a bigger scale? I think my main message is to be mindful, to be mindful and to analyze yourself, the space you're in as in your society, and how can you be a point of contact for the people you're trying to inspect or the people you're trying to create an impact in. That's my message. Analyze and be mindful.
This is such a pleasure. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Diana, for sharing your inspiring story.
Thank you again, Google. Thank you. Always a pleasure. You have my contact. Please, let's not become strangers. And let's do this more often. Who knows? Maybe we'll not be Miss Universe.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Let's collaborate to make this world into a better place. I'm Gulo from Jadi PNS. Thank you and see you again.